Time now for Ask Your Meteorologist.
That's right. We're hanging out with meteorologist Jacob Dickey in the Weather Center this afternoon. Are we staying warm, Jacob?
I'm trying to.
Right? It is darn cold outside.
Yeah, it's a lot warmer today, though, than it was yesterday and the day before. Some of those wind chill values this weekend, 42 below or something like that in Bloomington. We had close to
brutal. It was brutal.
And the snow. Did you guys get that 2 to 20 inches that those
somewhere in there?
I think it was like,
somewhere in there.
It had to have been like 21, I think.
Yeah, something. Yeah. So
I was definitely looking through like travel deals to warm places. I gotta say.
Yeah. We booked a couple of trips. I'm sure. My wife. I'll see it pop up in the credit card bill.
Nice. Okay, we've got some questions. So the first one, I saw a rainbow in the sky the other morning around the sun. What is that called?
Yeah, we got a lot of messages being like, hey, what's this? And I got some viewer photos for you to kind of show that here. So here we go. If you've seen something like this before, the sun's coming up around the edge there. You see that rainbow in the sky. A lot of these photos came on in, and we've had them periodically during this cold spell here. What that is called a sundog, and it's because we got some ice crystals in there. It is cold out there, isn't it? Take a look at some of these full screen, and you can really see that. That is the beautiful Arctic tundra of central Illinois.
That's not the lens flaring the light. That's actually, you could see that with the naked eye?
You can see it with the naked eye. In fact, what it is here is when we talk about it, the sunlight there actually was refracted by those crystals in the sky. They have to be hexagonal, and they have to be oriented correctly to your field of vision. And so when it refracts that light there, then you're able to see the sunlight's bent at a 22-degree angle. Therefore, your eyes see the optical illusion known as a sundog around the edge of that there. Pretty fascinating to see. I got another graphic. Now, there's all kinds of things that you can pop up on this here. Bring this full screen so we can see it at home. Whether you get the sundogs, you can look at to the upper tangent arc, the peri arc, you have the circumzenith arc, the superlateral arc, the 46-degree halo. There's all kinds of things. Whenever you get those icy conditions that can pop up, that's a chart of all of them. Usually we don't get all of them. We've had a couple instances before in the cold winter months where we've had a couple show up, but it's really cool what the ice can do in the sky.
Who knew there were so many arcs?
I know, right?
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty neat to see those conditions when they play out. Sometimes at night, too, have you ever heard of light pillars? We've been kind of keeping our eyes for that as well. If those ice crystals are just light, you see almost like beams of light popping up like lightsabers.
Yes.
Straight into the sky during the nighttime hours.
This is kind of like science fiction stuff.
Yeah. It's all that ice that's just kind of suspended in the air, the wind blowing the snow around, and you get super cold temperatures like this. That's when things like that pop up.
Okay, very good.
Awesome. Well, we have our next question from a viewer, and it is...
when roads are slick.
When roads are slick, where can I find winter road conditions?
Yeah, great question. People are always asking, what are the roads going to do? What can I do? We've got a website that's dedicated to them here. And first off, I'll show you the map. If you want to see the map like this is the map that we'll use showing road conditions for whatever the case may be. You'll see that during our newscast. In addition, if you go to our website, and I'm popping up that website now real quick. If you go to our website, WCIA.com, the Winter Weather Center there, you'll find winter weather conditions. There's an interactive map that's there. Also, you can see some of these little maps that pop up here. And we'll get rid of all these ads here. You can kind of see what Heather's been shopping for, I'm sure. Based on that.
Yes.
You see all these different maps that we have. So you can click on them and see zoomed in areas. They show the individual highways on there. It's really great to have those different map conditions that pop up on our website. Again, that is WCIA.com/weather/winter.
You know, I had to pull that up over the weekend when we were going to Jillian's volleyball tournament in Bloomington, and they said that the roads were like pink and blue, like mostly covered, partly covered. But then when we got to driving, they were fine. So I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay in there, and they come from IDOT. We get updates from them regularly. Sometimes if the sun comes up, and we've seen that in these recent days, where the sun will come up and it zaps that ice really quickly, and it can help melt it and get rid of it there. It's really good. A lot of the times when you're getting those early morning road conditions, you're heading out the door, and sometimes you can find yourself a little pleasantly surprised. You'll find also interstates usually do better than side streets, country roads, rural roads, things like that, roads in town. It just depends on a lot of factors that come together, but it gives you a nice good idea what those road conditions will be like wherever you're traveling.
That way you can properly plan.
Yes, properly plan, and make sure you stay safe out there, because you never know when ice is going to present on the road.
That's true. We've seen Heather do donuts in the back parking lot.
Oh, my word. Yes. The only donuts you'll be seeing are the ones that I get across the street. But if you want to ask a question here for Jacob for next week's Ask Your Meteorologist, there's the ways you can connect with him, and we'll be happy to join him right back here this time next week.